Not like that, just like that. Oh yeah, how are you doing? Sunday afternoon, in case you're wondering, that was a really bad Tommy Cooper impersonation. If you're not sure who Tommy Cooper is, he's a post-war magician, really big man, 6'4", huge bloke, who actually died on stage while performing. He's a comedian stroke magician who died in 1984, actually on stage. All the TV company who were broadcasting at the time thought it was part of his stage show when he collapsed, and they carried on filming. Had a heart attack on stage and died. But he used to wear a fez. However, this isn't a fez. This is a silicone collapsible dog bowl, which is going to be today's shaving bowl, just to show that you don't need stuff with ridges in or anything else to make a lather. Going in the bowl, I'm going to be bowl lathering some Wickham Scottish heather. It's basically the smell of the Scottish outdoors in the Highlands. Green grass, moss, oak, bit of cedar, bit of thyme. That's the soap in the poke. I've scraped a little bit out, well, 1.5 grams to be precise, and it's the normal Wickham's ingredients list, so I'll show you that there so you can pause that. I've scraped out 1.5 grams, in case you're wondering. That's what 1.5 grams of soap looks like. Let's flatten it. That's 1.5 grams of soap. So I'm just going to spread that around the bottom of the bowl, and we'll basically lather up in this bowl. This sort of bowl is ideal if you're travelling, because you can't break it unless you put a hole in it with a blade. So there's the soap in the bottom of the bowl. There's the bowl stood up. Okay, so just wipe the soap off my fingers. Drop the brush. Brush I'm going to use today is the Razor Rock 400 24mm synthetic with a black synthetic knot. So I'll just put a bit of water in the sink and drop that into there. The blade, Bic Chrome double edged blade. Never used a Bic before, so we'll see how this goes. The person who was good enough to send them to me as part of a trade deal included half a dozen blades. He said basically they're a standard middle of the road blade. And the razor for today is one of these. You don't see these very often, being used in shaves. It's a Gillette Lady Blue. You can see it's blue, hence the reason. It was available in 3 colours. I think it was gold and champagne, or champagne and rose with the other 2 colours, but blue was the most common. It's basically a Gillette Super Speed head on a long 4-inch handle. It was marketed for the ladies market purely for the fact, obviously, if you're shaving the bottom of your legs, it's easier to reach it with a 4-inch handle than it is with something like the black tip, which is exactly the same head but a comparatively shorter handle. So I'll just put the guards next to each other. There you go, you see, comparatively shorter but identical. So we've got a black tip on the top and Lady Blue. I'm going to use the Lady Blue. Despite its length, it comes in at 2 ounces, 56 grams, and twist to open, turn the knob at the bottom like so, the door's open, and insert the blade. These blades come single wrapped. It's the first use on this, so there's the blade itself. Just drop it over the middle and close the doors and tighten. There we go. So I'm just going to shake the brush out, give it one shake to get rid of excess water, and I've just squeezed all the water into the bowl. So despite being lightweight and say good for travel, the other thing about these is actually the ridges when they come up, it actually helps agitate the soap and the lather to produce a shaving lather. And because of the height of it, it doesn't tend to go everywhere. So that's what's there. What I'm going to do now, half a teaspoon of water. I know it's a half teaspoon of water because I keep a little measuring scoop that says half teaspoon in the bathroom. So I'll just throw in a little bit of water. Yeah, Scottish, it's been like in a field of heather on a Scottish moorland. You can see yourself, it's slowly coming together. It's coming together. As per the whole 1912 range, that's a vegetal soap, so there's no tallow, no lanolin, it's purely all vegetal based and good for anyone to use. Performance of all the other Wickham soaps is top notch, as you can see there. It hasn't taken long to produce quite a good lather. Still a bit bubbly, so I'll throw some more water in it. Just work and brush around. Yeah, happy enough with that. Okay. If it needs any more water, I'll add it while it's on the face. So how's your weather been this weekend? Yesterday for us it was absolutely torrential. It did nothing but rain from around about 8:30 for the whole day, and it rained, so didn't really do a lot yesterday. A few games of rugby to watch and a few other bits and pieces, but apart from that didn't really do a lot. Today it's grey, it's not very bright, a bit like me. It's not very bright, and it's 9 degrees outside, slight breeze, so it's not too bad. For any overseas subscribers, watchers, 9 degrees works out about, double it and add 32, about 50 degrees roughly. That's the simple calculation. You can also reverse that to work backwards to get the rough calculation. So Gillette Lady Blue, which is essentially a long handled super speed. This one's 1966 first quarter L1 with a brand new Gillette Chrome Platinum blade. Handle length doesn't really bother me on razors. It bothers some people can't use. I wouldn't use that because the handle's too short. Though it feels fine, I must admit. When Gillette first brought ladies' razors to market for the ladies in our lives, they basically introduced what's called the Decolette, which was probably equivalent to the Tuckaway that they had in the 1960s. Very short razor, open comb. I've got one from 1920, I think the date code is. And yes, I have shaved it and it does work. And then the short handles on the market up until there was a Super Speed, with Super Speed head, gold short handle for the Milady it was called. You see very few of them. If you do see one, give me a shout, let me know. We'll have a conversation. And then in the 60s they brought this series back out for the ladies. The Super Speed head, it's a long handle, so obviously it's easier to shave around your ankles or even your pits with a long handle as opposed to a short handle. Or for anybody that does the old back sack and crack part, I suppose a long handle comes in handy as well. But it actually feels really smooth, must admit. Okay. As you can see, there's a load of soap in there. Pick another load up. Actually with that soap out, so that was 1.53 grams. So if I could have got that down to 1.4 in that tub that I showed you, is 140 grams. So 100 shaves, 1.4 grams, and believe me, you will not run out for 3-4 passes with what is in that bowl. The bowls, you can pick them up at pet shops, garden centres, Amazon, eBay. Very inexpensive. So it's just basically a dog's, it's a pet collapsible water bowl. But as a travel shave bowl, they're ideal. You can just throw it in your bag, it's not going to get broken. You don't have to worry about getting bashed. Pack's quite small, unlike trying to pack a piece of crockery. and if it does get busted, it's not really expensive to replace. Happy with that. Ooh, soap's not bad, is it? A shed load left. I think I'll start my shave, so that's not lava. Okay. Blade, first use, yeah, smooth, as you can see yourself. It's obviously sharp because we've got a few weepers, but if anyone's concerned, it's blood group A positive. Okay, if you just like to transfuse half a pint or so and send it up, it might come in useful. Nah, we'll be fine. We're done. See yourself, I've got a load of soap left in the fez, a load of soap left in the brush, which I've just squeezed out. and yeah, not a bad size meringue really, is it? Quite happy with that. So I'm going to get everything cleaned up and then we'll come back for the post shave. So I'm going to do my face wash for this and I shall see you in a minute. And we're back. I had a clean up and a rinse with cold water, which has sorted all the blood out. Not that there was much of it, it's just weepers really. So I've left the face wet, so I'm just going to have a rub around with an alum block. You can feel straight away where you've got close because of the sting. So I'm just basically running the block under cold water as we go. I don't use it every shave. Used to when I first started. I gave myself as much chance as possible and I doubled up with this and witch hazel, even if it was just the incentive stuff from the pharmacy. Every shave for the first few months. Get the skin used to being shaved with a single edge as opposed to a cartridge, because it is different. The cartridge obviously stretches the skin as it pulls over it with each blade, whereas with it has the pivot, whereas with a DA the pivot is on the end of your arm. It's called your wrist, and if you don't make use of that, it can cause some damage quite quickly. So, a quick face wash. The alum's had 15-20 seconds to do its job, and it tastes horrible as well. But I wasn't going to, but I am now. Witch hazel. So, normal witch hazel, 70-30 with aloe vera gel. A few squirts, just like the bottle. Just over the top. And we'll give that a bit to dry. And the last part of my post shave today, to match in with the cedar and the smell, which is one of the mid notes in the oak and the moss from the Scottish heather. I'm using Billy in the Tree argan oil, and you can see yourself what the scent profile of this one is. And the bottle comes with a pipette. That's 10 drops, which is probably way too much, but hey. Shiny skin. Okay, quick recap. What did we use today? The blade for today was a Bic Chrome Platinum on its first use. First time I've used a Bic. Quite a smooth blade. It was obviously pretty sharp, so it came, I got a few weepers, but it did its job. The razor, a Gillette Super Speed basically, but a Gillette Lady Blue, which is basically a Super Speed head on a 4-inch handle with a starburst pattern. 1966 this one. The brush for today was synthetic 24mm Razor Rock 400, which I've seen used before, and the soap was Wickham 1912 Scottish heather, which we bowl lathered in my fez, which is basically a dog's collapsible drinking bowl. You see yourself got the paw print at the bottom. So silicone bowl, just collapse it. Good for travel, also quite good for shaving because you can't break it, and you can throw them as frisbees in the bathroom, so good fun. And we finish off with alum, witch hazel and burger in the tree. That's me for today, folks. That's my Sunday afternoon shave. I'm now going to go and have a coffee and sit down and relax for the afternoon. So I hope you're well, and I shall see you in the next shave. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.